I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone to EGL's second weekly Joust 3v3 tournament. We'll be starting this game off with Juice versus Cog. On Juice we have Ben 4Ben10 playing Vulcan, Wrestler 247 playing Odin, and unfortunately that third player hasn't loaded in yet. We'll have to wait. Brett, why don't you go over Cog?
Alright, so on Cog we have Octane Pro playing Tyr. We have Golden Child on Artemis and Big Sing on Anubis. And we're gonna see how well we can do here with Octane on his Tyr. He usually does pretty well. I will be right back 1 second.
And Loki for Juice has loaded in. Theon Elements is here. Most of them going the standard builds. So you see quite a lot of Boots 2, Hogs. But the very interesting thing is Octane Pro with the red part.
Yeah, and we're gonna see how strong that Octane Pro can do with his red potion opening. Maybe he can get some early kills with that.
A couple pings here and there. Looks like they're not going to take the typical start, but Juice want to pick up speed and blue, the ones on the bottom side of the map. Octane Pro is here looking for something on Theon Elements. Does he want to initiate just yet? He doesn't know where the enemy team are. And a ward comes out to make sure he can pick up this buff.
Right, that Loki has to be careful. Loki will drop very easily, especially if he can get caught up in Tyr's combo.
Taunts coming out from Golden Child. He really wants this first blood. Odin's there to back up Loki, but they're not going to be able to accomplish much with Artemis zoning.
Right, yeah, and he's not going to want to jump in there. Odin's leap can deal a lot of damage right at the beginning, so we'll have to watch out for that. But he's probably going to take the more safe route and just back up off of this and just go after the normal blue and red buff, maybe grabbing the speed after.
No Hogs on Cog, so they could invade, but with the red port activated, Octane will deal a lot of damage, and so will Golden Child.
Yeah, and we see the blue team, which is Juice. We see them grab the buff, the blue buff, give it to Vulcan, which we're going to see help him sustain in the lane. They don't go after the red buff, and we see Cog come out not grabbing the red buff either. So each team just grabbing one buff instead of the usual 2 buffs that we see come out in the 3v3.
Normally we do see 2, maybe even 3 buffs being picked up. This is very interesting as both teams are pretty lacking in experience. Right now most players would hit level 5, having their ultimates online. Definitely going to be able to do some initiation. Juice getting pushed back a lot by Cog here. They're harassing quite a bit, but one slip up could mean the end for Juice.
Right, we're seeing Octane go back, or I'm sorry, Tyr on Octane Pro go back so soon early on. Not sure what he's going to grab. He grabs Blink 3, so he'll be able to jump in there and blink and hit the enemies with his combo. Hopefully we can see what Octane can do with the very powerful Tyr.
Odin's dropped very low from the insane amount of harass that has come out from Big Sing and Golden Child. He, of course, due to his passive MP5, he's going to be able to heal it up. Here comes a Blink. There's an initiation of the Phyllis. Power Cleave in. The rest of the team is there. Blink. The wrap misses though, so Odin's able to jump out of that.
Yeah,
that was very close.
Yeah, that was very close. If Tyr had grabbed any of the other, if Vulcan or Loki, surely they would have dropped down there. But unfortunately, he could only grab Odin, the tankiest of the 3, and Odin was able to survive.
Well, even at level 4, they're not very tanky, and that could have been a kill, but unfortunately the wrap missed.
Right, yeah, and Anubis really has to hit the wraps. Sure, the cripple's great, and the slow's great. I believe the Grasping Hands does put a cripple on, is that correct?
I don't believe it does. I think it's just slow.
Oh, okay. Well, even the slow would have that greatly helps with the crowd control, but Anubis really has to hit the wraps. Anubis you don't see played very often, so when Anubis does come out, you really got to see those the mummification hit.
Mummify needs to hit, of course, but right now it is 555 for Jews and 544 for Cog. Meaning any sort of initiation right now, any sort of stepping out of tower, and they may die.
Right. And Tyr picks up his ultimate right here, and that's going to give him even more initiation on top of the blink. We might see a blink come in right here. We do not. We just see Vulcan hit his 3 on Artemis.
Magma Bomb. There's the Fearless. He picks up the Odin yet again. Rab finally lands. Here's the boar going in. Tusky has stunned 2 of them now, but unfortunately they do not have the damage to get them. Odin's Ring of Spears comes out to drop Octane Prone in there. Loki's ultimate comes in as well to drop him very low. Loki picks up the first blood. He's going in for double kill. Artemis is dropped low. Bleed is dropped her, but it's not enough.
Wow, Artemis jumps out of there right at the last second. One more auto attack from Loki, I believe, would have had her down. And Anubis is defending defending the tower with just a tiny bit of health. And we got to watch out for Vulcan or Loki jumping in there and getting another kill on the Anubis and jumping out of tower range.
That was very close as Cog initiated, but Juice turned it on them. Just flipped it upside down.
Yeah, and that's great. You're gonna see Cog, we're gonna see Cog, the Octane Pro, the tier on the Octane Pro is gonna be jumping out, initiating.
Yeah, we have jumped in. He's going for the Anubis. Tyr blinks in, takes a moment. Then Fearless is saying, "This is my ground. Get off my Anubis."
Right. Anubis was dropping low, and that Odin can deal so much damage early on. We're headed towards mid game here, but Odin's still, able to get in there, take
Mid-game,
damage.
5 minutes in.
Well, level 6, I consider that about mid-game. Maybe just a little bit still early game. But Odin can still deal so much damage from that jump and his 3. I really need to learn the...
I think it's Gungnir Smite.
Yes, that's it.
Now, just quickly looking at itemization, what's your personal opinion on Golden Child's build so far?
The cooldown reduction with a Ninja Tabi is not always so great. We usually see the penetration boots come out. They tend to do
Odin's
a little better.
in, Tis Fearless stops him. There's a wrap hitting. Ring of Spears has come out, but the combat blink has made it so he gets out safely. Tis in there boxing. Then Lawbringer to get out safely. That was a lot of damage on both teams.
Yes, that was. We didn't see any kills there, and what I was started to say earlier, we see Golden Child on the cooldown reduction, and I don't know if that's the most optimal. Looks like Golden Child is going for the penetration after with the mace. We'll see what she builds into after that. She could be going full cooldown. We don't see that a lot on the hunters, but maybe she knows something we don't know.
Maybe she has something up her sleeves. Loki has been seen taking a lot of buffs recently, meaning he is definitely going to be farmed, sitting level 8 to Octane's level 6.
Yeah, we actually see Tyr and Loki over on the by the red buff. No initiation.
I just paused real quick. Sorry. I feel like I can hear like background noise of me talking. Yeah.
There you go.
Is that fine in the stream or?
No, I turned it down. It was my speakers.
Oh, okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
should be better.
Alright. Unpausing in 3, 2, 1.
As I was saying, we see Loki going in on Tyr now. Tyr is actually getting out of there. We did see them dancing over with the red buff. Tyr's dropping very low. Vulcan misses the meteor. What's the 3 again?
Magma Bomb.
Magma Bomb is what he missed. And Tyr is
But
almost...
he lands it this time.
Yeah, Tyr was just lazy backing and barely got hit and was able to survive that one.
That was a very close engagement, and we see time after time one initiation just being counter-initiated on, dropping both players very low.
Right. And Tyr does now have the full height of the Urchin, so that's a great item on this 3v3. That's great in arenas. That's great anytime there's a lot of kills all over the place. We see Anubis dropping down low from the Magma Bomb. Gonna lazy
coming
back.
in from the side.
Yeah, and
but
he's
he
gonna.
does get caught out by Loki.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
Well,
retreat here because there's three of them and only one of him and the Anubis had to go back.
all is not lost as 4 Ben 10 is taking the very strategic, very pro build of Greater Meditation. This is a very good item that allows mana and health regen every 120 seconds.
Yeah, you just don't see it too often. It just gets overlooked quite a bit. So we see this very, very good greater meditation, and that's going to allow Vulcan just to stay in lane
Odin's
just
jumping in there.
forever.
Tyr blinks as well. He picks up the Loki, who is having to get his team turn on. Ring of Spears and the Loki vanish, sorry, to try and get more bleed damage onto the Tyr, but it barely does any damage. And looks like the boar is coming out. It's stunned the Odin. Loki's dropped quite low, and so is the Anubis. Vulcan, sorry. Anubis ult takes him down. Double kill for. It was Golden Child, sorry, and Tyr gets dropped.
Yeah, and they got what was that? 2-for-1 trade. So on blue team, the Juice taking down this. I'm sorry, red team is taking down the tower of Juice.
Octane Pro going for another potion of physical might. This is a very damage heavy build.
Yeah, and we
Juice need to try and shut it down.
yeah, we usually see Tyr going for the Jotun's might, but we don't see that here. That cooldown reduction is so great on the Tyr.
Anubis getting caught out here. Mummify hits the Loki, stopping him, but the Vanish and the Gunner's might is dropping quite low. He's having to retreat behind the blue buff, but he still gets picked off. Tyr's here. He's blinked. Where's the he doesn't have a Fearless, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Or does he? Well,
yeah,
there's the offensive, but he picks up the blue buff. He really wants that blue buff there, but it does get reset.
Yeah, now we gotta be
Vanish.
careful. He's out
Ring
of.
of Spears come out. They really want this Tyr right now. Lawbringer is able to get him out, but barely. And Artemis is there to defend.
Yeah, Octane Pro Tyr gets out of there just barely. And Artemis is there to help him out. And they're going in on the tower now. And the tower, Odin's taking the tower. And the tower will still survive as Loki retreats. And Artemis is there to defend.
Boar is coming out yet again. She really wants this Loki, but she just retreats. Golden Child dropped really low. Big Swing is here. We finally see the Vulcan. Which lands. It lands and picks up the kill.
Yeah, great job by Vulcan timing that right. That's usually a bit difficult to do just because it takes so long to cast. So that was great with him timing that.
Unfortunately, the blink misses, but he still picks up the Vulcan with a Fearless. Mummify hits, but the Magma Bomb jumps him away. Anubis, Death Gaze trying to hit as many 6 as possible, but the range was just not there.
Right, Vulcan was able to get out of there, and that was great because usually you got the combo on Anubis, and Anubis drops low, and drops them low, and usually is able to pick up the kill with his combo. And now we see Golden Child with Artemis at full cooldown, reduction, and then she went to the Executioner, giving her more damage. We don't see full cooldown reduction on Artemis because she is a bit mana heavy, or a bit mana hungry, I guess I should say.
She is definitely mana hungry, and it's quite surprising that she's been using her ulti so much so little. So she wants to be using her ulti so much, which is quite interesting because mainly you want to try and get as many crits from your passive and your autos, but
right. Generally with Artemis, you want to build the attack speed because of Artemis's passive, and she can deal more damage with the crit.
Odin's jumping in. There's a Ring of Spears, but immediately the boar comes out. Artemis is trapped in. The Loki goes in on the Anubis. All three drop quite low. Octane Pro does get taken down. Loki looks like he wants to go for the others, but his team backs off.
Yeah, and nice job by the Juice Gaming. So
Odin's going in yet again. Gunner's might hitting them very low, but Odin gets taken down by Golden Child. Expert aim over there.
Yeah, those were nice. Three auto attacks on the Odin, taking him down and able to pick up that kill. Golden Child now sitting at 3-1-0.
That's roughly the same for Loki on the other side, but he's sitting 3-1-1, so he is slightly more farmed.
Right, and generally it's kind of tough to see Loki on these 3v3 arenas. Or I'm sorry, 3v3 maps, the Joust. He can jungle just a bit. Generally in Conquest we see him jungling and not really laning, and this you're basically forced to lane most of the time. So he's doing a great job though for his using Loki in this environment.
Loki, as you said, have a difficult time in 3v3s, but with proper team communication and a blink initiation from Tyr, picking up the Vulcan, Girdle of Might comes out. There's a Vulcan, hitting all three. Death Gaze comes out, but it's not finding anyone to stick to.
Yeah, and
those were all three. That's 2 ultis burnt for Cog.
Right, and we saw that go right on the Vulcan.
Loki ulti picks up the Anubis. Lawbringer is here. That's the 3rd ulti. He's going on the Artemis, and he picks up the double kill. He's been fearless into the tower, but that's not enough to stop Loki.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tyr is just not dealing the amount of damage that he should be dealing at this level. He has both full actives, which a full active in Greater Blink is great. I don't know if I would have went out with the Girdle of Support so early. He's level 9. He's just not able to deal a ton of damage like he should be doing, or he should be able to deal right now.
So, it's 13 minutes and there have been quite a few changes. Blink comes out from Tyr, picks up the Odin inside the Phoenix. Mummify misses, unfortunately. Ring is there. He's able to jump out without much harm.
Yeah, and again, you saw the combo from Tyr just deal almost nothing to Odin. I mean, of course, Odin is building tanky. Well, he's building he's building fairly tanky. But yeah, Tyr is just barely able to deal any damage to any of them. And that could be a lot of...
So it's 14 minutes into the game. What's your personal opinion on all the items chosen? Sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt you yet again as Fearless goes. Vulcan ulti misses. Odin's dropping quite low. Death Gaze onto the turret, but the range is not there at all. Anubis does not like turrets.
Right. Yeah, and I was gonna say Octane, I think, has just spent too much on the consumables as well.
Fearless and Power Cleave is there, but he's 2v1ing here. The Vulcan Lawbringer is having to be used to get out. There's the boar yet again. So many times have we seen the same ability be used, but so many times have we seen it not be used effectively to secure kills.
Right. And I think that there's a few items that Cog could have changed. We see Anubis dropping low from Vulcan, but is he going to be... He's able to get out with the combat blink, so Anubis is going to return back to base. But yeah, I think some more damage items on Tyr would have been great. I don't think the Girdle of Support should have came out just yet. Hide of the Urchin is a great start for Tyr in the 3v3.
Hide of the Ocean is a wonderful start. You see many pro players pick it up on the Bruiser-esque tanky guards, so they can get that DPS in later and be able to secure the kills late game.
Oh yeah, the protections it gives just after 10 kills, which 10 kills are easily picked up. I think the 10 kills can easily be picked up by maybe 10 minutes in or so, and you have the full stacks.
Loki has vanished. He is keeping Octane Pro away from this red buff. They have noticed, even with the excellent ward coverage, they turn their sights onto 4Ben10X. The Fearless comes out. The Mummify hits. The Mummify hits, and there's no continuation though. But the ring space is come out on the other side.
And Odin is just dealing a ton of damage to everyone.
Magmorn picks up the kill. Mummify hits, but then again, Odin picks up a kill, and so does Loki. That's a deicide for Juice.
Yeah, Loki chased down that Artemis and just needed 1 or 2 more hits to take down the Artemis. Got it and barely stayed alive, but did stay alive. And we're seeing the blue team, the Juice team, take quite a lead with 7-3.
Your middle Phoenix is under
7-3 with just looking at the gold charts real quick. Cancel that as Fearless has come out. Vulcan's dropped quite low. Magma Bomb comes out to try and stop any further assaults on him.
Right, and again, as you saw, the tier just didn't deal much damage to Vulcan, and Vulcan is not built even too tanky. He does have Breastplate of Valor, which does mitigate some of the damage from Tyr, but Tyr is also behind. Vulcan was level 14 during that fight, and Tyr was 9 when he was hitting him. So there's quite a level difference between those two.
Quite a level difference, and Octane Pro, I personally believe, has spent too much on the potion of physical mites, as he's died 4 times right now. Ring of Space comes out, there's the ball, the CC immunity from Odin stops and negates all effects. The Magma one picks up a kill yet again. Loki has initiated on Octane Pro, he tried to blink in and picks up a kill. And Oops is dropped quite low from Odin as well. Loki's going in for this, he wants his Vulcan ult comes out, and it barely misses!
Oh.
Loki wants this, but the Surrender Vote gets there in time.
Yeah, unfortunately, Juice was just able to take take that lead, and Tyr kind of sunk his gold into some stuff that maybe he should have waited on, or maybe should have picked up some items with, and it was very apparent towards the end with the damage that Tyr was doing, as opposed to the damage you normally see Tyr doing at that stage of the game.
That was absolutely amazing by Juice. They had only died 3 times, once on each person, but Loki and Vulcan simply just there, ensuring Odin just saying, hey, you go in, we'll pick up those kills.
Yeah, Odin was great. He hit his ring of spears so many times, so perfectly. One time even trapping all 3 of them in, and then immediately after using the Gondor's Might to hit all 3 of them. He was just dealing so much damage and providing that crowd control that that a tank needs to do.
I have been AcerWinds, and I have been here with Breticles. This has been round 1 of EGL's weekly Joust 3v3 tournament. We will see you for the next game.
Yeah, see you guys.